Okay, for an honorable mention. Now, the reason I picked this poem is because there's a lot of simile in the poem, a metaphor, a lot of images that are woven into what the meaning of the poem is, and also because it has a certain economy of words. It doesn't try to explain everything in long drawn-out sentences, but in just short bits and pieces. But by using those metaphors, simile, imagery, words, they say a lot more than what the words are, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, you'll hear what I mean, because we're going to ask Lynn Cooper to come up and read Small Doses.
Small doses. An hour over coffee to begin is long enough to know if I'll see you again. Feed me your life in teaspoons. Let me taste you like food samples in a supermarket, with time apart to digest time together. Page by page, like a novel, let me read you, but don't rush me to the climax, or I may tire and toss you aside. Minute by minute, whet my appetite, entice my mind, seduce me with chocolate words. Let me get to know you in small doses. Heed speed bumps, apply brakes, avoid another train wreck.
So, you know, we have the prompt, and I'm glad to see that more people are writing poems to the prompt. But most people are just like taking the prompt and they're using it literally instead of symbolically, instead of using it as, again, a simile or metaphor reflecting upon something else. They're taking it quite literally and writing the poem literally. But there was one poem where the prompt was used, however, it was not a poem about the prompt. The prompt was used as a simile, as a metaphor, and those words are interchangeable to me. Yeah. So this honorable mention goes to Blake Valiant for Confidant.
Blake Vallon, this is honorable mention. Prompt poem for June. Confidant. Like the button on my coat, her eyes reflect silvery light in the early sunbeam slanting through the old stall slats. She nibbles at the shiny button, hinting for a treat, as she nickers softly at me, then swings her sleek brown face side to side impatiently like an antsy child. When did you get to be such a beggar, I ask. She eyes me with those dark pools of trust, full of my secrets. I run my hand over her twitchy ears, velvety under my fingers, that perk up anxious to hear my latest confession with the patience of a priest. I divulge all, a priceless purge, at the simple cost of a couple cubes of sugar. My secrets are safely kept. Thank you.
Now, I like a good punchline, and I like a sense of humor, and I like it when somebody takes on the challenge of writing in form. And so, second prize goes to Bob Allman. Yeah.
I'm Bob Allman. This is Antigeddon, a sonnet on domestic violence. The creatures crawling on my countertop dash in droves to drink the deadly brew, strategically strewn in sizable sugary drops to lure the hungry swarm of ants thereto, who otherwise infest my food and drink, except for one, who warily veers away from the feasting horde, who's figured it out, I think, this Einstein ant, this brilliant Faraday. But this genius ant, genetic freak of nature, will not succeed in his wild and frantic dance as I crush the beast and thread in the carburetor the mutant gene denied to distant ant descendants. That crafty critter, too smart for his own good, has strutted his stuff in the wrong guy's neighborhood.
Now, for first prize, also with the prompt, and also using the prompt to take off on a tangent, on a thread, so to speak, and also in that, sometimes less is more. And that's why I like this. It's simple, but it makes the point, it comes to the point, and it reflects the idea of it, I thought, very nicely and succinctly. Rosemary von Wald, the yin and yang of it.
Rosemary von Wald. This is the prompt. It's open form. The yin and the yang of it. Like the button on my coat, we fit together. Sometimes thread loosens and button dangles, requiring swift repair. Please let me know why am I the only one who sews?
So now we come to the form, and I tend to be a little strict with the form. I mean, if the rule says it's supposed to be so many syllables, well then, that's the rule of the form. If it doesn't follow that rule, well, that's half of the rules. There are only 2 rules. But the other more important part of the rule is because this is one of those forms where there is a repeating line, and it repeats in a specific place as you go along. And unfortunately, most people, when they write this kind of a poem, it's like each line has got a period at the end of it, and they just kind of take that line and repeat it in there, whether it really fits in there or not. Okay? But this poem took that line and repeated it, but the end of the line weren't all periods. The lines were jammed, and it gave a little twist on the meaning of the repeated line as that line moved through the poem. And that is what is supposed to happen, I believe, in writing a good form poem that has the repeating line in it. So Blake Valen, please come up and read your quatrain, Script Rich as Amber.
quatern. Script rich as amber on a page of parchment crisp and very old, a poignant letter to a child from an absent father at sea, lays down his guilt in stumbling words, script rich as amber on a page. He speaks of ancient memories in fluid, educated hand. How he was forced by fate to leave, tears have blotched the faded ink on script rich as amber on a page, where apologies are confessed. I hold the letter in trembling hand, discovered accidentally, resolving a mystery in script rich as amber on a page. Thank you.